September 11th was my 3-year-old daughter's first day of preschool. And as I was getting her ready for school that morning and feeding my newborn daughter, my husband Lance called from his office on the 84th floor of the South Tower. He called to tell me that something, maybe a plane, had hit the other tower, but he was fine, he loved me, and he would call me later. So with that, I turned on the TV and I continued getting them ready for the day. As I was walking out the door a little while later, I was just about to step foot into the garage when I heard the news reporter scream. And what she said was, oh my God, it's another plane." And I turned and I looked at that TV at that exact moment that second plane crashed into the South Tower, and my knees buckled, and they had never done that before in my whole life. I don't know what went through my mind, but I got my daughter, and I put her in the car, and I took her to preschool. And we did all the normal things that you do on the first day of school. We met her teachers, we checked out her classroom, and we took those famous first day of school photos. I excused myself to another room, and I tried to reach my husband, but there was no cell service. A few hours later, we went home, and as we were driving up the driveway, a little voice from the back seat asked, "Mommy, what are all these people doing at our house?" And I did what I think any mom would do under those circumstances. I lied. And I told her that they were all there to celebrate her first day of school. As I got out of the car, there were neighbors, friends, and relatives all wanting to know the same thing. Where was Lance? Had I heard from him, and was he okay? And I didn't know the answer. I can only begin to describe what happened in those next few seconds, minutes, hours, and days as controlled chaos, because everyone who came to my house that day or in the following days took on a different role. My mom's job was to help take care of my newborn. My dad's job was to field the hundreds of phone calls. My best friend made missing posters with Lance's face on them. My girlfriends would take turns taking my daughter out for fun things. My job was to do something I never thought I would have to do at 32 or ever. I had to collect his hairbrush and his toothbrush to get to the chief medical examiner of New York for DNA, and I had to call the dentist to obtain his dental records for identification purposes. My brother-in-laws, Lance's older brothers, they had the most important job. They would wake up every morning and drive a little over an hour into the city, canvass the city in hopes of finding out any information they could about what happened to their baby brother. After a few days, I got a message that they were on their way home and they wanted to have a meeting with me. And I relayed back that I didn't want to have a meeting, that I would know whatever it is that they needed to tell me when I saw my brother-in-law Sean's face. And I was standing in the kitchen that night when Sean came around the corner, and my knees buckled, and I knew. He didn't have to tell me. I knew that Lance was not coming home. And with that information, as everyone who was there, and there were a lot of people there, they started to get that information. We all went outside in the back on the patio. It was a beautiful, beautiful night. And we gathered in a circle. And we put our arms around each other. And there was music playing. And we sang along to the music. And these were the words that we sang. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Thank you.